Our last story tonight is about space. An asteroid is passing by. It's as big as the Empire State Building. NASA has termed the space rock, quote unquote, potentially hazardous. But do not worry, it is not going to hit us. Although the harmless flyby does make you wonder, what if it were to hit? Do we have a plan to keep the planet safe? We know what happened the last time an asteroid struck the Earth. Dinosaurs became extinct. Do humans have a plan for the next time something like this happens? Apparently we do. The United Nations has a branch called Office for Outer Space Affairs. It works to protect the Earth from meteor strikes. Several nations are part of this group and more want in. Our next report tells you about this anomaly in the space race.
When you look up at the night sky, what do you see? Stars, planets, celestial bodies, but they all look the same, twinkles of light thousands and thousands of kilometers away. The only body that we can clearly see is our moon. It's also the only place in our solar system where we have sent humans. We're yet to go beyond that. Mars is next in line, but for now, we're Earthlings. We can't leave this planet. But that doesn't mean that we can't have visitors. In fact, we get more visitors than you can imagine. These are the floating rocks in space, better known as asteroids. Scientists say that every day the Earth is bombarded with hundreds of asteroids. Most of these burn into dust as they enter the atmosphere. But some massive asteroids have made their craters on Earth. The biggest one happened millions of years ago. It wiped out dinosaurs and 70% of other species. Now another big asteroid is passing by our planet. It's as big as the Empire State Building, and NASA has called its trajectory potentially hazardous. But don't worry, it won't hit us. That makes us wonder, do we have a plan to defend the Earth from asteroids? Well, yes, we do. In fact, there's a layer of plans. The first is headed by the United Nations. They have a branch called the Office for Outer Space Affairs. At least 20 nations are a part of it, and more want in. They work together to send out warnings about asteroids that pose a threat. Sending warnings about asteroids is one thing. Protecting against impact is another thing altogether. American Space Agency NASA has been at it for years. They have set up a planetary defense system. It's called the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART.
Yeah, so the spacecraft launched last November and it's been traveling out. When it gets close to the asteroid, it'll switch to an automated navigation where it'll guide itself into the asteroid and impact the asteroid.
The DART spacecraft is meant to hit an asteroid. This won't destroy the space rock, but it will alter its course.
And our models suggest that it's going to change the orbit by a little bit, but even a little bit is enough to matter.
And the NASA mission did just that. In September 2022, the DART spacecraft successfully hit an asteroid and changed its course forever. But protecting the Earth from thousands of asteroids is no easy ask. NASA knows they can't do it alone. They've partnered with India's ISRO for asteroid protection. Japan, too, has joined hands. China and Russia are working on asteroid deflection missions. While there are plenty of divisions on the ground, and in space too, at least when it comes to protecting the Earth from asteroids, there is some unity among countries. So don't worry and sleep peacefully. The world's space scientists are keeping vigil.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.